So for this tutorial, we're not gonna remove or delete the default cube, but we're gonna keep it as it is. And first of all, we're gonna go to top view by pressing Z axis here, or press number 7 on the number pad. As you can see, there are like grids, they little squares for measurement. So we're going to make use of those grids, and to do that we're going to click on snap, turn the snap on, and from the drop down menu we're going to keep it to increment. By default it is on increment, but make sure it's on increment, and move is turned on, and scale is turned on as well. Now you are ready to move ahead. Now we already have selected the cube. If not, click on the cube, select the cube, and then press Shift D, and we're gonna grab it like this, and we're gonna click, and then Shift D, and then drag and click. Shift D, and we're gonna move it like this. Shift D, Shift D, and we're moving 2 grids away, okay, every time. Again, this is, oh sorry, it's like this. Shift D, one more maybe. Okay, so there's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Okay, that's good. Sorry. So let's go to top view again, and yeah. What we can do now is select all the cube here. Oh, not like that. That's not a good way. We're gonna go to collection here, press or click on the first cube, which is just cube, all the way down, and then holding the shift key, we're gonna click on cube 009, which is the last cube, and then we're gonna come on this view and press G to grab, and Z for Z axis, and go a little up and click. So now it's on this surface, on this the lines of axis. It's not in between. So after that, we're gonna click away and go to add mesh and plane. So we have created a plane here, and we're gonna go to top view again, and having the plane selected, press S, and we're gonna scale it up. It's gonna snap when it reaches the the corners of the grid. We're happy with the size. Now click, and then again press S, and this time we're gonna press Y so that it just moves up and down like this, and drag it, and then click. Okay, so we are good enough here. Oh, maybe a little bit more. S and Y, grab it like this. Okay, so we have this our belt, conveyor belt, and boxes ready. And now we're gonna go to this belt, click on the belt, the conveyor belt, and go to edit mode. We're gonna go to top view again. Okay, zoom out, and we're gonna go to add and plane. We're gonna add plane again. Press G and drag like this. Click, and then with the vertex selection mode turned on, we're gonna grab like this, these 2 vertices. G for grab, and then drag like this again, uh, drag and select these two vertices, and again G to grab, and then like this and click. So we have this small square here. After that, we're going to go to face selection mode, select the face, press Shift D, and then we're going to drag like this and click. Now we have two different um, faces. Now what we can do is select the face, this big face, which is the belt itself. Select it and go to material properties, plus, and then click new. And we're going to change the color. We better go to material preview mode so that we can see the actual color. Go to base color and change the color to something like this. Okay. I don't know. I just like this color for no reason. So we have this green color belt, but we can change these small squares here. Click on one of them and go to plus and new, and we're going to change the base color. Let's keep it white, and then assign. Click on assign. Let's go to this small square, plus, and then new. Now change the base color to maybe black. Okay, and then assign. After that, what we're going to do is choose both of the faces, holding the Shift key. Now Shift D to duplicate, and then we're going to drag like this. Shift D and duplicate. Drag. Okay. Shift D. It'll take some time, but it's gonna make sense. Choose both of the boxes, squares. Shift D and Shift D, Shift D, Shift D, Shift D, Shift D. Okay. You have to click once you have moved. Okay. Okay. So once you have done that, you're just gonna drag like this and select. Okay. Select all the faces here, and Shift D, and then move like this and click. Okay, looks good. Great. Now let's go to object mode, and having the belt selected, we're gonna press Shift D and then Z axis for moving up and down. So we're gonna move a little down and click. So we have like two layers of this belt. Okay, now what we're gonna do is go to top view again, and we're gonna select all the cubes again. Cube, and then go down here and hold the Shift key and cube 9, 0 cube 009. Now here's a timeline. If you place your mouse here, you're gonna see this kind of sign, and after that you can just click and then drag. So this is the timeline where we are on frame 1. We have selected all the cubes, and coming to this viewport, press I and then location. I is for an insert keyframe, and then press click location. We have created a keyframe here on frame number 1. So now we're going to number 70, okay? Frame number 70. Now we're gonna grab the boxes, pressing G, and we're gonna come down 4 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, and click. 4 steps. We know it's 4 steps because we have turn the snap on. Otherwise, it wouldn't be, a fixed distance. It would be like, random measurement when random distance. So we wouldn't know it's 4 steps or 4 grids. After that, we're gonna press I again and choose location. Now, if you go like this, you're gonna see that it's moving. Okay, it's already moving. One thing we need to do here is the end is 250 here on the timeline. That means the animation ends on frame 250, which is unnecessary for us. There's no animation in other frames after 70. So we're gonna click here, and instead of 250, we're gonna type 7070 and enter. Now you can see that the animation on timeline is just from 1 to 70. If you click here, you can see that it's moving. Okay. Okay, so now stop the animation. Go to frame 1. Make sure you go to frame 1 and click on this belt. We're going to do the same thing. On frame 1, we're going to press I and choose location. We're going to come to 70, frame 70. Press G to grab. And then we're going to move 4 steps down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Click. And then press I and then choose location. Now it looks like both the box and the belt are moving. One thing is left. We have this lower part of the bottom part of the belt, which will be moving the opposite way. Okay, and we need to animate that too. For that, we're gonna hide the top part for some seconds or for some minutes. Where we have selected the top part and we press H to hide. Okay, now we can select this part, the lower part. We're gonna go to top view again and we're gonna go to frame 1 and press I and choose location. Go to 70, frame 70. This time we're gonna grab and go not down. We're gonna go up 4 steps. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. And click and press I and choose location. Okay, so you can see that it's going the opposite direction. Okay, it's like this. It's going to make sense once we unhide the top part of the belt. So press Alt H to unhide. So it's like this. Okay, so now we're going to zoom a little bit and choose an angle, something like this. And we're gonna we're gonna bring it down, and we're gonna go to view, align view, and choose align active camera to view. So that's gonna set this angle as our camera view. Now if you play the animation, it looks like this. But one thing is there's something we need to change. That's the speed of the belt moving, because it's like moving slow and then fast, because the easing in and out is enabled by default. Let's go to timeline here, and on this menu, drop down menu, we have something called graph editor. Now we're going to select the cube again. On this collection, go down, hold the shift key and choose the last cube. We have selected all the cube. Now it shows the graph here, graph editor. On the graph editor, we're going to right click and then choose interpolation mode, and under interpolation mode we're going to choose linear. Okay, same thing, click on the upper part of the belt, okay, and right click on this graph editor, go to interpolation mode and choose linear. Same with the lower part of the belt, right click, interpolation mode and linear. Now let's go to camera view. Let's bring this down, or let's first go here and choose timeline. Either way, we're gonna just bring it down. We don't want to look at the timeline. Now if you play by pressing space bar, we're gonna see that uh, something is something's not working. Let's see. Maybe I have made a mistake. Let's go to this part here, this plane. Go to graph editor, right click on graph editor, interpolation and linear. Okay, let's play. It's still not working. I'm not sure why, but let's see. Let's go to cube, choose all the cube, holding the or maybe the shift key didn't work. Oh, the shift key was not working for some reason. I don't know. Let's see. Let's do it once again. Cube, select. Oh, now it's selected. Now right click, interpolation mode and linear. Go to this belt, right click, interpolation mode, linear. Okay, I'm gonna go to camera view again and let's see what happens. Okay, something is not working. Let's see. Don't worry. I'm gonna go to timeline. Let's keep this thing in between and choose the cubes and go to graph editor. This is the thing. This, the curve is making this effect. We're gonna choose linear, but I don't know. The linear is not being applied. Is there some reason? Why is it not being applied? Right click and linear. Oh, okay, now it's working. I just selected this all thing, right click, interpolation mode and linear. It worked. Let's go here. I'll do the same thing here. Click here, select and right click, interpolation mode, linear. I don't know, it should be working, but I had to do that, select this graph like this and right click and then choose interpolation mode and linear. Okay, that's the thing. Now let's hide the timeline and let's see the animation. Okay, now it looks like it's moving continuously. To make it even better, you can go to camera, choose camera, and here go to object data properties and go to viewport display, and this passport out is 0.5, drag it and make it 1. Now all the other parts, beyond the camera view are invisible. Now if you click spacebar, it's gonna play like this. So it looks like it's moving continuously with the same speed. If you go to this render preview mode, it's gonna look like this. For some reason I didn't change the color of the cube. I don't know. Let's go and choose one of the cubes, and let's go to material properties, go to base color, and I'm gonna choose like something like this so that it looks like a box for shipping. Okay. Okay, now we're gonna turn off this overlay and then see the magic. Since I'm on render preview mode, sometimes it is kind of not smooth, but right now it's smooth, so that's great. But anyway, if you render it and if you convert it to video, it's gonna be smooth anyways. So okay, so this is the animation we have made in this tutorial. This is the result, and if you are happy with the result, do not forget to hit like, leave a comment, and do not forget to subscribe to this channel.